Welcome back. You know the drill. It's podcast by committee. You guys are our committee, and we are psyched to be here after week 14 of the NFL regular season. I am Joe with my co-hosts Logan and Graham. Logan, how are you doing this week?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I think I clinched the 1 seed in my fantasy playoffs.
Nice.
Broncos won, That's the expectation now, though. We're a winning team now, winning franchise now.
Yep. I had faith. That was my upset. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job.
What was my upset last week? It was...
Do you have Panthers?
Oh, it was
You
Panthers,
did have
yeah.
Panthers.
It was
That
Panthers or
was
Saints.
wow.
Wasn't that bad, honestly. Saints played really bad, but Panthers played somehow worse.
Bad.
I had
Joe's
Raiders
was
over
bad.
Vikings, which was rough.
It was a close game. I'll say that.
Yeah, the worst close game anyone has ever not watched.
I think this just proves that both the Vikings and the Raiders will not have any shot in the next 5 years.
No.
Probably not.
Well, come on, 5 years.
I think this game decides a lot.
Well,
Graham,
they're
how
trying
you
to win the Bo Nix sweepstakes, so.
I'm doing well. Cowboys big win. I was just really nervous about this game because obviously Eagles are a very good team, but I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we absolutely destroyed them.
We got killed by the
defensively and
49ers.
offensively.
Does this mean the 49ers are the best team in football?
Yes.
I think so. I think they've been.
I think so.
But I think we
it's
could also win.
Week 7.
Yeah.
I don't think there's an AFC team that has any shot at beating any top.
I
NFC
think the Super Bowl winner is going to be out of the NFC this year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, there's the any given week element to it, but I think if we're going to call it, unless it's Ravens. Man, Ravens are scary.
That's what I was about to say. Ravens
They
are good.
would not be
But
able
Ravens
to
are
beat
just the
49ers.
type to lose a game.
I know, but
yeah.
they're the
defense,
They're not gonna
defense
make the
wins
Super Bowl.
championship. Defense
Like
wins
There's better
championships.
defenses, though.
Really?
The Cowboys are a better defense. The 49ers
I
are a
wouldn't
better
say so.
defense.
I think they're on par with one another.
I think
That's the
Ravens
thing.
have the best defense in the league.
And that's something interesting because, Ravens, Cowboys, 49ers, 3 of the best teams in the league, 3 of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I know.
obviously.
I know,
don't
but,
think you're pointing out anything new there.
Defense wins
Yeah,
championships.
That's true. And that's why the Eagles are losing right now because their defense is selling.
True.
Well, their offense scored 6 points this week.
That's
so.
true. And they were all
Colts-
field goal points.
Colts lost this week. A bit of an ugly loss. Tough one to lose because it hurts our playoff chances. But hey, the draft pick is getting better.
I think the Colts could be great next year, man.
I completely agree.
With Richardson, 'cause I'm a Richardson believer.
You better hope, man.
Richardson
I
looked
feel
good
like
the first half of the year.
This time next season, you're going to be like, man, next year. We're gonna
That's what the Cowboys do every January. So
hey, at least we make it somewhere.
that's fair. But no, Colts tough loss. But you know what? We'll be back. Steichen is still a great coach. Yeah, next year looking good. We have a lot of pieces. So yeah, that's about all I got to say.
And you're still one of the many 7-6 teams looking for a spot.
Yeah, we still got a shot, and we're young, and we're fun, and we can make the playoffs. I'm not giving up hope yet, so we'll see. Graham, your hot take from a couple weeks ago could still be going to fruition. So
I think so.
Anything else before we hop into news and notes, guys?
No.
Nothing? Alrighty. So for news and notes, Kevin Stefanski has said that he wants Flacco to be the starter, Joe Flacco, for the rest of the season. And fairly.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Logan?
I mean, didn't they move him to the practice squad today?
I think the plan was to re-sign him from the practice squad because I think it was
I know that, but
back to the active roster, and that remains to happen. But I think it should because Stefanski, I think, is really liking him in the starting position. I mean, how could you not?
He's played really good. So.
I don't know how you start DTR over Flacco.
Anyone over.
Yeah, he's playing really well, and obviously he's not going to be a top 5 quarterback, but he's playing solid.
And he has a lot of experience for where they want to go. They want to be a playoff team.
He's taking a shocking amount of deep shots, though.
Yeah,
it is crazy.
His arm is still great,
and that's why they're still losing games. So.
One of my favorite storylines of the season, really, the Joe Flacco comeback. So that's fun. That's fun to see. I love the old guys coming back and being cool game managers, and he's playing above average. So he could be playing. I cannot express to you how bad I want to see Joe Flacco playing February football, for the Browns. I don't like the Browns, but to see Joe Flacco in a deep playoff run would be the greatest moment of my life when he's 38.
I want to say Super Bowl Flacco.
I would cheer for no other team, probably, than Joe Flacco's. And then I guess we already talked about this a little bit, but Guys, comments on the Eagles and Chiefs both dropping their second straight. What do you guys think?
Well, Chiefs have been frauds, so we knew that.
Saying both of these teams are frauds. That's mainly Philadelphia. I said that because I don't like them. Chiefs, that's just the reality. Chiefs are frauds, and they're not even frauds anymore because they're just not good anymore.
I mean, there's always playoff Mahomes, but right now they're in a kind of a weird spot for a team to be in. Like a really, really weird spot.
I don't know. I think
8-5.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And your one offensive weapon is 35.
Yeah. And this, like, Mahomes has never not hosted a playoff game, and he's probably going to have to play in a
Is that true?
Yeah.
He's going to have to be in Mile High in January. You don't want to be in Mile High in January.
What happened?
Hey, we're one game behind. Game behind.
He's going to be playing in Lucas Oil in January. He'll be leaving with a loss because Richardson comes back. And we run two quarterback system. Every other play is Gardner and then Richardson to confuse the defense.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past him to lose.
Anyways, but yeah, a couple tough losses for teams that are really confusing right now, both offensively and defensively. So, and then this isn't the question of the week yet, but I have another question for you guys. Obviously, the Bears traded for the Panthers' number 1 pick last year. It's been a really weird year for the Bears. I mean, they already have 5 wins, and I think they're kind of worse than their record, but at the same time, they haven't been playing terrible football. They just beat the Lions, which is a tough team to beat.
Stupid.
I think they just kind of got their number, but
yeah. And my question is, what do you guys want the Bears to do with the number 1 pick for that they acquired from the Panthers?
Take a quarterback.
For Bryce Young.
Take a quarterback.
I hate
that.
Yeah.
I just love
not
Fields.
the guy, man.
I want him to be so bad, though.
I really think he can be.
I don't think. I mean, he's not going to be better than Caleb Williams or Drake May.
I think they are going to take.
They can get a better quarterback.
I think they are going to take a quarterback just because they've had the number 1 pick 2 years in a row. They're not going to pass up on a quarterback 2 years in a row. It just doesn't feel like what they do.
Joe, you sent me that mock draft, and I loved that.
Which one was that?
Marvin Harrison and then Joe Alt.
Marvin Harrison Jr. will not go number 1.
No,
because if you have the number 1, if they have the number 1
you can
pick,
trade down.
The trade value there is absurd, and you're going to take
that. You can trade
But I think they should, because you can get value out of Fields.
Logan,
someone's going to trigger Fields, but
I just a little because he brought up Joe Alt, and I don't know if you've actually looked at this. Do you prefer Joe Alt or Olu Fashanu?
Olu Fashanu is borderline like generational.
Yeah, background: Olu Fashanu, Penn State tackle, Joe Alt, Notre Dame tackle. Both are going to be top 10 picks.
I've watched a lot more Olu Fashanu than I have Joe Alt.
Which
is still not very much for either.
I prefer Fashanu. The way he can lock guys in place is just
besides he had that rough game
ludicrous
against Ohio State. But
sure, but I mean, just like the way he's able to use his body and just stuff dudes. Also, Joe Alt has like really long arms, which is like immediately came to me on film.
They're both, I think, could be great day one plug and play players, and
I just
great
prefer
careers.
Olu a little. I prefer Olu a little.
Well, yeah, I think he's the better prospect, but I think Joe Alt's still a phenomenal top prospect.
Definitely, and I'm not going to pretend I know what I'm talking about on prospects, but from the eye test, I prefer Olu. Anyways, Zach Wilson balled out this week. Big game against the Texans, which was a really impressive win. He had 300 yards and a touchdown, I think.
And Jets defense, man,
Jets defense balled out.
I think Xavier Hutchinson was the lead receiver for the Texans this week.
Really,
like 20 yards.
Well,
and Stroud obviously
got hurt and Tank was hurt.
I know, but still,
Stroud exited with a concussion.
Yeah, there was so many injuries on like the offensive pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Dalton Schultz was hurt.
Yeah, Stroud's firmly out of the MVP conversation. That's so sad.
I know it is sad.
In my mind, he was never.
But I think this game did let Puka re-enter the offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, but like.
I think he's in the conversation at least.
Did you see his?
I'd be cool with it.
Diving catch.
Yes, that throw and catch.
Dude, Stafford is playing at an elite level.
The Stafford and Lamar duel was the best.
Really
game.
Great. Oh yeah. 100%.
Oh, obviously with that punt return touchdown and
Tylan Wallace. But
he looks so slow, by the way. Like, did you watch the play? He looked so
Slowest,
fast. And I saw
slowest punt return
I saw
touchdown.
a sped up video of it, and like, this dude is so fast. And literally, the top comment was like, "This guy did not top 20 miles an hour. There's no way." I was like, "That's exactly what I was thinking."
And then the last piece of news: the Bills have opened as 2-point favorites to the Dallas Cowboys.
Naturally, I agree with that. As a Cowboys fan, I think I'm just thinking
Insane.
of a Bills corner. Hold on, give me a second.
Whoa, they have decent corners. Teron Johnson.
Okay, Teron
Wasn't he
Johnson
Weber State? Was
is
he
going to
Weber
lock
State?
down
He was
CeeDee
NFL Combine
the
legend.
second best
He
wide
I think he
receiver.
was Weber
got
State.
smacked in the face.
Sorry, Graham. What
And
did you
then
I think he's going to lock down the second best receiver.
Kyer Elam, notable draft bust.
Kyer Elam, man, he doesn't even get played.
Notable draft bust.
No, Graham, I think you're right. I think that Bill's corner is going to lock down CeeDee
And
Lamb.
Jake Ferguson. You know,
and Jake Ferguson.
like
And Brandon
the better
Cooks.
Travis
Hey,
Kelce.
Terrell Bernard is a dog. So,
Terrell Bernard is a dog. He's a turnover machine. That kid's good.
but I don't think it's that egregious, but it's a little egregious. You know?
Yeah.
It's just
I
like a
think-
punch to the face.
It's kind of Vegas being like, Dallas has to lose one down the stretch. You know?
Which is fair.
It's just
I
like-
could see us losing to Josh Allen if he goes absolutely.
Oh yeah,
off.
I mean this isn't like I think a gun would be Dallas by 2.5,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
we're kind of just arguing, you know, whatever. But I think Dallas should be favored, but I don't think it's
I think it should be the other. I think it should be a 2-point Dallas favorite.
yeah.
But I think the Bills, if they're gonna win that game, they have to come shooting early. If they
I think it'll be a
go
good game.
3 and out,
Mm-hmm.
they're done.
Yeah.
They have to start scoring early.
Yeah. Also, just to get out of the way, we can all agree. I know it's like controversial. The Kadarius Toney offsides call was correct. We can all
Oh yeah.
agree.
yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
And
Okay, I was
I
making
also
sure.
saw he was offsides 4 other times, and like they showed it 4 other plays. He was
That's
offsides,
crazy.
and normally that's a warning. So 3 warnings, and then we give
Well,
you
did
the
you see?
penalty.
Did you see he did check?
Yes, but he didn't
What?
look
He
at the
wasn't
ref.
set. He wasn't
Yeah.
set when he was he was like rocking and he was like
Yeah.
and then he like points, looks back, and he's
And he
not,
also
and
like
then he
didn't
gets
look
set.
at the ref's response to his
Yeah.
check. Like you
So
have
that's
to
just-
like get the go ahead the nod. or
That's
something.
crazy.
That's pure laziness.
Yeah.
But also hate the play there. I'm call me old fashioned. I don't like it being that risky that way.
Do you think the?
like
Oh,
do you think it was
laterals when you
planned?
don't have to are
I
crazy.
think it was.
I don't
planned,
think. I feel like it wasn't planned. I
I
don't
don't
know. That
I
just
don't
looked
think so.
spontaneous to me.
but like, because they were down 3.
Yeah.
They were. I
Like,
wondered.
what?
I don't.
That's
I mean-
crazy.
I mean, I guess it worked. Like,
What if
without
Tony
the
dropped
penalty,
it?
But like, I'm not. I can't get behind that, man.
That's just a crazy play. Cool. It's really cool. I
It's
loved
cool,
it.
but man,
But-
that is risky.
It's a risky play, and the linebacker was so close to him whenever he threw that. Like,
I know.
scary stuff. But we can go ahead and head into fantasy bus and MVP. I'll kick us off. For my MVP, I went a little unconventional. I had Evan Ingram, who had 11 catches for 95 yards and 2
Yeah.
touchdowns. Really good game for a tight end that was kind of middle of the pack for most of the year. Didn't start scoring till like last week, and had a good game with still a little hobbled Trevor Lawrence. So,
Mhm.
No, very
kind of the
awful.
goat
Trevor
target.
Lawrence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was not great.
and with Christian Kirk out, he got more targets, and really good game for 2 touchdowns. So,
I can go
let's
next.
go next.
Mine is also a tight end that doesn't usually perform very well. David Njoku went
Hmm.
Oh, he
6 for 91 and 2 touchdowns,
Yeah.
which is pretty impressive. I don't think he's anywhere near as good as Evan Ingram, but he's good.
Did we all pick the dark horse fantasy MVPs this week?
Hopefully somebody took Debo
Yeah.
because
But no, Graham, I agree with you. That was a
so-
good pick.
okay, shout out to Debo. Man went
Yeah.
absolutely off.
Yeah. We just didn't. We wanted to be special. All right, Logan.
I did Lamar
Hmm.
because he had 31.
That's true.
And what was it? Hold on, he had 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a
Yep.
pick. And was that
Ooh,
total
he had a
yards? I
pick.
don't know if that's
I think
total
that
yards,
was.
but
I think that was passing. I'm pretty sure.
is that passing?
I
Yeah,
think he had
I
stuff on
mean,
the ground too.
great game,
hmm
and he played great, and
You
he's
lost me
is
with the
playing
pick,
great.
I'm
And
sorry.
oh yeah,
threw a pick,
that
you
pick
can't
just. But also shout out Odell.
Cut
He
him.
had 2 disgusting routes.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
it was bad. Did
And
you
Zay
see
Flowers
it?
had a good week.
Yes.
Did you
too.
see
I saw
Odell?
the
He
touchdown
he
one.
put a double move on some poor
Mm.
soul.
Nice.
It was oof. The Rams secondary is I don't know. You're gonna look back in 5 years and you're not gonna know a single name.
What about
Of-
Russ Yeast and
Yeah,
Darion
Yeah, I
exactly.
was
Kendrick?
Bears
thinking about
corners.
Rusty Yeast.
Darion
It was
Kendrick.
probably him that was
Darion
running
Kendrick.
through the route.
Oh my gosh, we could name so many other players, but we just don't have time because I know more players in that secondary than I'd like to admit. My fantasy MVP, or excuse me, bust of the week was Amon-Ra St. Brown. 9 targets,
Dang it.
3 receptions, 21 yards. Usually don't see him here, and I'll tell you why he's my bust. This is his first game under 10 fantasy points of the entire year.
Really?
Yeah, so I wouldn't have put him on
So
here.
shout out to
and
him.
Obviously having a great season. But he's been Mr. Consistent, and that was kind of his first shaky week all year. So if you've had Amon-Ra St. Brown this year, congratulations, because you've been spoiled. Yeah, rare, not amazing week for St. Brown.
Well, that was mine too, but I just looked up another one. I've got DeAndre Swift, who against a very tough Dallas front put up 11 attempts for 39 yards, and that's it, which is fine.
Yeah, not fantasy wise.
Not fantasy wise, but normal wise, it's all right.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done. That's all I have.
Finally.
Mine is finally took long enough. Mine is Gus Edwards. Another
Yep.
Raven. I chose Raven for MVP and bust.
Wow.
6 for 15, nothing else. That's not
Yeah.
good. Anyway,
Woof.
you spend it.
Woof.
Joe started it in one of our leagues.
Oof.
In one of
I
the leagues he's
did.
in,
I
so
still
that's
won
kinda
that week,
crazy.
though. I still won the week.
And I
which is
told him
big.
not to start him, and he still started him.
I didn't have another option, if I remember correctly.
Yikes.
I think
It
you
was
probably had
him
another option.
or Deontay Johnson, and who actually did okay, but I was not about to start Deontay Johnson with Mitchell Trubisky playing.
That's crazy.
Sorry,
that you started
guys.
Him over Deontay Johnson.
That game was not as bad
I still won that fantasy
as
game.
thought.
I know, it was kind of weird,
It
but
was a-
I
it
don't
was a good
care
game.
about it, so who cares?
I know. This Thursday is gonna be
Wow. What is it?
What is
it's
it?
Raiders Chargers. Aiden O'Connell, Easton Stick.
No.
Duel.
Yeah, because Herbert. Oh, that is
The amount of
brutal.
quarterbacks hurt is so sad.
Oh my
And
god.
they all
so
play on
sad.
Thursday night. They're all playing every
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Dude, Prime got the short end of the stick in that Thursday night
I know.
deal.
I love Prime. Prime is the best. Like those are my favorite games to like watch if they're
I
good
know.
games.
It
Because
is
they
fun.
have
I
like
love
the
The
analysis.
Prime
things.
Vision. I love
Yeah.
the Prime Vision. It's so fun.
Mhm.
But then
Yeah,
it's
that'll-
the
yeah.
worst games you've ever laid your
Easton
eyes
Stick,
upon.
Aiden O'Connell is.
Oh.
That's Purdue versus North Dakota State, which is just insane. Yeah. There's a weird number of North Dakota State quarterbacks.
3, right?
Yep.
Or is there
it's
more?
Carson Wentz, Trey Lance, Easton Stick. I think
Mhm.
that's the 3.
Hey, it's a FCS powerhouse. So
FCS powerhouse.
it's
you're
so
right.
good.
They
They're
won
very
this
good.
past weekend in the
They
playoffs.
did. I didn't check.
They did. Big win over
South
South
Dakota-
Dakota. Yeah.
But South Dakota State has a powerhouse this year.
Yes.
And they're probably
South
going
Dakota
to win it
State.
all.
And they have South
They've
Dakota
been
State
rolling.
number 22 has a nasty good
I
running
did see
back.
him.
What did they
Number
win?
22, South Dakota State. That
South Dakota State
running
won
back.
this week.
Yeah. Number 22 is really good. Really, really good. But
Yeah, they beat Villanova, yeah.
yep.
I try to keep up with it. I normally watch the championship, but
Yeah.
of FCS, but it's fun, you know?
Yeah,
It's
it's
something
kinda cool.
different.
It's college football playoff for FCS. Fun.
Yeah.
So we can move on to questions of the week. My first one: what team do you guys think is the most dangerous potential wild card in the playoffs?
There's so
Ooh.
many.
I know, on the spot.
Who's going to be upsetting people? I mean, I don't want to choose a team that's playing right now, but I don't know how they're... Because we do record this on Mondays.
Yep.
But I think Green Bay could be scary if you get them.
Mhm.
That's true.
If you
Agreed.
get them the wild card.
I
They're
think
not playing
Browns are
great
there.
tonight, but
Browns are at that point too, where they're getting scary. Colts could be that way. Colts could be a spoiler. Graham, do you have any?
I mean, not really.
not the
Other
NFC
than
South,
those.
I'll tell you what.
I guess.
Oh yeah, woof.
I guess
The
maybe
Rams
If the Texans
could-
pull,
Rams,
get a shootout
Texans.
with anyone.
Yeah.
it's true.
Stafford
That's
is man, and Kyron Williams. Just
But
It's a
also the
good
Rams could
offense.
get blown out. The Rams could
I
get
know.
blown out
But
in the playoffs.
they have a good offense
And
going.
they did by us.
But I think the main threat as a wild card, I do see as probably the Browns.
Okay.
I think the Browns could run
to
with
be an
anyone,
upset,
but also can.
to like have a chance as a wild card, you have to have at least like one thing really, really going for you.
Yeah.
And for the Rams, I think that's their offense, and they have a solid defense.
Yeah,
So
but I think the
they would
Browns.
be a good one. The Browns have an
Yeah,
amazing
but I think
defense.
a lot of times those playoff upsets are like 13, 14 games,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Which
where
is
it's
just
just going to be
sad.
low scoring. But I
Mhm.
think honestly, any playoff football is fun unless it's really bad.
Yeah.
But if you guys, just for the sake of the question, give me one team that you think is the most.
I say the
like-
Browns.
Browns.
I got the
Graham?
Browns.
Honestly, I would say the Texans, but I think the Rams.
Okay.
After this week, even in a loss,
All good picks.
I think.
All good picks. All right, cool. Good first question. The second one, I want you guys to dig deep for this one. Do you guys have any advice for the fantasy football playoffs? A lot of leagues start this week. Going to be a busy, stressful time for fantasy owners. Do you have any advice?
Just keep doing what you're doing. You're there for a reason. Believe in yourself.
Whiplash.
I would have had advice like a few weeks ago, like actually a while ago. Trade for people that have a great playoff schedule, and that's what I did.
Overrated.
So, so just like play your guys that have great matchups. Don't play your amazing.
Don't overthink it.
Don't play
Don't
like
overthink
Stephon Diggs when he plays.
No, just
someone
play.
good.
I would say you probably should just always play Stephon
You
Diggs.
think?
Yeah.
Because he had 4.4
Yeah.
points for me this week.
Yeah,
and
okay,
it's
well
been
that's
horrible.
yeah, but the
That's
Chiefs'
a-
defense is mid, so
Thank you for picking the one week.
yeah.
It's
I
not
would
the
just-
1 week. I've had him for 4.
I would just say don't overthink it. Just
Yeah.
You're there, like Logan said, you're there for a reason. Play the guys that got you there. Unless the matchup is awful, obviously. But
just treat
mean,
it like any other game, Don't
yeah,
be like,
because the formula's worked. Keep the formula going. You are a winning team. So
wow, that was motivational,
I know.
honestly.
I know.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything else, guys? I have one other question, but anything else you guys want to add for that?
No.
No, it's honestly too
Because
late.
this is
for-
usually our big
playoffs.
filler
Yeah.
segment. So
If you need advice, it's too late.
Yeah, you're already done.
fair. Okay, this one's a bit of a could spark debate, could not. I'm not sure. I kind of came up with the last minute.
Okay.
Because I saw like a tweet on Instagram that got screenshotted. He talked about this guy was like, Matt Gay got me -2, and I lost because he had Greg Zuerlein and got 21. Like the kicker position should be eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like a 2-in-1 here. How important are kickers and defenses? And do you think they should
Not
be
very.
or have a case to be eliminated?
No,
From
First
fantasy
off,
football.
no, they're too fun.
they're too
And second
fun.
off,
Yeah.
They're not important. I don't think they win you championships or
I
anything.
Really?
think they're so very important.
I
Not
think-
only defense. The defense is the obvious one that is important
Yeah.
because, like, if you start, it's like they start off with 10 points. So if they just put up a good fight, they'll end up with like 7. But if you get a defense like the Cowboys that can get like 20 plus, then you have a whole nother variety of options where your team can go.
I think it's like the tight end position. Like, if you're gonna go into it, have like a top 3 in each category.
Yeah.
Because that's what's gonna get you the major point if you have like a top 3 kicker and a top 3 defense.
But I have Dustin Hopkins and Ravens defense, which
I
are
also
both
do.
top 5.
Yep.
But I feel like they haven't won me any games.
Dustin
Like-
Hopkins has won me games.
I
That man
think
is
the
kicker one.
Cowboys defense has won me games.
honestly,
Oh, yeah, same.
kickers and defense, I feel like they affect like one game a year. I don't think you need to stress out about.
Oh no,
If you-
not stressed out.
I think the best way to go about it, if you really care that much, is just to stream them every week and based on matchup.
Yeah,
'Cause
but they're
that's
still
normally-
important. Like,
Yeah, they're important, but I don't think they're extremely important. I think
One
they're
thing
definitely the
I'll
least
say
important things
Well,
that
is
you
that-
have.
I have
yeah,
one.
but
I actually have a couple of fantasy teams with Cowboys defense, and I've made a point to hold on to them every week because I don't want to stream them because I'm scared of losing them. Because at any given week they could drop 25,
Yeah.
and I think if you like what I said,
But
if you
any
have those,
defense
like,
can.
sure, but if you have like those top 3 that has like a very increased chance of like swaying your matchup,
yeah,
I just think,
I
like-
have Miami defense right now, and the past 3 weeks they've had a touchdown. So
Yeah.
that is very
would you guys
much
say
seen.
if you're in a fantasy draft right now, would you pick a defense or a kicker first?
Defense for sure.
Kicker.
Defense. Logan, why do you say
I do
kicker?
care because I stream defenses a lot
I don't.
in leagues I care about. Because kicker, I normally just stick with one guy.
Yeah.
Defensive, I do a lot of
usually have a
match-based
really
stuff.
specific feeling of one kicker I want to have just for fun. Like
Yeah,
last year was
exactly,
Chris
that's what I do.
Boswell. This year was Riley
Chris
Patterson
Boswell
for no
was
reason.
terrible.
Mine was Riley Patterson this year, and then I dropped
that
him
was mine too. He's been
during
awful.
the bye week. I dropped him for Dustin Hopkins, and then never turned back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Also, all the kicker trades this offseason.
But also,
like 3 traded kickers.
Yeah.
if you want to get rid of defense and kicker in your league, I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't
really judge.
mind.
I think
I don't think
it's fun. I think
I don't think
it's a lot of fun.
I don't think it's necessary, but I think it's fun, and
It's
personally
like a
it.
random element to throw into your fantasy
Yeah,
line.
and
for funsies.
again, I really think it only affects like one of my games a year, but that's fun when it does affect. One of them. You know,
when
it's
it's
like
unless you're on
Monday night,
unless you're on the
you need 10
receiving
points.
end.
Monday night, yeah. One time, I remember Cardinals defense scored 22 against
Oh god,
the Andy Dalton led Cowboys a few years ago on Monday Night Football and won me a game.
I
forgot about the Andy Dalton Cowboys.
And that's probably my best fantasy memory ever was the Cardinals defense winning a game for me.
Mine
That's
was
crazy.
when Nick
Buda
Folk
Baker
dropped
went
28
crazy.
points, and like I was like, I'm done. Nick Folk like Monday night dropped like 28 points. I was like, there's just no way.
How did he drop 20? Are you sure it was 28?
I'm pretty sure it was 28.
That sounds
it's either that or 25.
Oh man,
It was
that's
like
crazy.
7 field goals or something like that. Something absurd.
Wait, what team was he on at the time?
Patriots, right?
Patriots. No. Oh yeah. He must have been. Yeah.
Put in Patriots. And now the Patriots have one of the worst kickers in the league.
Yeah.
Like Riley.
The best kicker in the league.
They have Brett Behringer though. I'm a big Brett Behringer fan.
Who?
Their punter.
Oh.
I have him in Madden because I have a Patriots franchise.
Mm.
He just looks like a good guy to talk to.
I tell you who had a good year. Matt Gay has had a good year, and I'm very happy about that. He's been a solid
He's no
kicker.
Will Lutz. Will Lutz has been a good kicker.
He's no
too.
Adam Vinatieri. I grew up on Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah, I like that.
Will Lutz had a rough start, and then he was fine.
I like Will Lutz. I liked him in New Orleans. That was a good kicker. Anyways,
so what would you do if you guys dropped Matt Gay and picked up Mason Crosby?
I would have to first off find out what to do with my 10 signed Matt Gay jerseys. I don't know what I would do there, and then have to buy Mason Crosby jerseys, I guess.
Yeah.
With my jersey fund that I definitely have. No, I would be sad if we dropped Matt Gay just because we're paying him so much to kick.
Is he the highest paid kicker?
He is. He's the highest free agent kicker contract ever. Like
wow.
I'll tell you who it should be.
But he's playing well.
I know.
No, but just for the viewers, I don't actually have a Matt Gay jersey, unfortunately, but maybe soon because he's one of our most consistent players. So big win there.
True.
Go Colts! # for the shoe.
Is that a real hashtag?
That's our hashtag. That's like our little. It's like bear down when we're for the shoe.
That's not catching on.
It's the official one though.
It's
like,
not
that's what they use. It caught on. It's caught on.
It hasn't. No.
It's caught on.
Graham, do you agree? Do you think it's caught on?
No.
Hey, call it the second book of the Hunger Games because it's catching fire.
Oh,
what?
Shoot.
What?
Let's move on.
Come on, bro. Yeah, that was a long discussion about kickers. So how about prospect spotlight, Logan? Are we working in tandem this week?
I think we are. I think we agreed on one guy.
Graham, just to check, you don't have anyone, do you?
No. I was watching college football and I was like, wow, this is awful. And
slacking.
You don't like college football, man?
That's
crazy.
It's
terrible.
That's crazy.
So
I wish I could watch more. Anyways, Logan, I think you did more research than I did. Kick us off. Who is it?
Chop Robinson.
Yep.
Edge rusher, Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
The twitchiest player.
Where's he projected in this draft?
Who knows? Honestly, first round. I'll say first round. I've seen him anywhere from top 10 to 25. So
yeah,
it's a really weird edge rusher class. We've dived in on a very surface level to the edge rusher class, but it's a very I could see 5 different dudes being the first edge rusher off the board.
Absolutely.
But I think it should be Chop Robinson.
Chop Robinson is like to watch the film on these players. He's probably one of the most fun players I've ever watched. Just because
he's so explosive.
He's so fast off the line. He's so athletic. And his vertical line speed to get around the tackle and just the way he hits guys is he's just such a fun player to watch in that Penn State defense. And he is. I mean, he finishes the tackles. He plays until the whistle. He's just a high effort, athletic dude. And he already declared, so we're good.
Okay, good.
Unlike Jalen Milroe. But no, Chop Robinson, I think he could be a really high energy edge rusher for teams that need more pass rush. Unfortunately, the Colts don't need more pass rush.
I could just see him being a guy who can put up like 8 sacks his rookie season.
And a lot of pressures. Whole lot of pressures. He's a really good speed to power kind of guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if he's the most talented edge rusher in this class, but I think he should be first because I think Leatu Latu is probably the most well-balanced, but also he has his medical stuff.
Yeah, because he had to retire, didn't he?
Yeah, he had. Well, where was he before?
Well, medically
Washington?
Then,
was it Washington to UCLA?
I'm not sure.
I think it was Washington then UCLA.
And then
he's a great player, but I keep seeing him like top 5 projecting. He just won't do that. And I think Chop Robinson will go over him.
It weirds me out when players are forced to medically retire and then transfer to a new school and can just play. Like that's just like kind of sketchy to me.
But
I don't know.
I think Chop Robinson will probably go 10 to 15 range. That's my prediction. I think that's where he should go.
He's just fun. He's a fun player to watch.
I think he will be a fun player in the league. I think his floor is a lot higher than a lot of the other edge rushers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Jared Verse has a very low floor. I think
Latu could have a very low floor.
Oh well, Latu could just have to medically retire. And be injured for his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Turner, what I've seen from him is not what I keep seeing people talk about him because I think he has a low floor and a lot of people don't.
Mm.
I think this is a risky edge rusher class. There's a lot of Will McDonald's in this class.
Sure. A lot of Will McDonald's.
Yeah.
The fourth, right?
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's been decent.
He's been rotated in, so he has.
Yeah, I think he's starting to get more play time. I've seen him on special teams, but
Iowa State dog.
We'll see how he is, And I think it's just a weird defensive class. It's the weirdest defensive class we've had in a bit. We could go a top 10 without seeing a defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be surprised.
And you know what? I'm going to talk about, just very briefly, pulling up the Chromebook.
Oh,
I scattered a couple low-tier receivers today because I was bored. And I'm going to just talk about one of them just because I might as well.
Is this someone I know?
Should I talk about Torrey Horton, Jalen McMillan, or Malik Washington, Logan?
Oh, Jalen McMillan is basically I'm trying to think of Mac Hollins. He's basically Mac Hollins.
I'll talk about Jalen McMillan then. Wide receiver out of Washington, 6'1", 192.
Oh, wait, did I say Jalen McMillan?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of I wasn't thinking of him. I was thinking of the guy from Arizona. What's the?
Oh, Cowing?
No. The other guy, the really tall one.
Oh, Teteroa?
Teteroa,
yeah. Anyways, you brought it up. I'll talk about Jalen McMillan. Washington, wide receiver, 6'1", 192. He is an elite deep threat. I think this guy, he's got a lot of deep speed on him. And his route running, when you think of deep guys, you think of streaks, go routes. This dude is a master route runner of medium and deep routes.
What's his deep or his?
What his weight?
Yeah, his height.
192, 6'1".
Okay. So he's
not the biggest dude. He could add a bit more weight to that frame, but I mean, his precise route running in the red zone and then deep down the field and his speed is so dang good.
I haven't watched any Washington this year, and they're undefeated and like a great team, but
he's that wide receiver core in Washington.
I haven't watched. Good. I have watched like 0 Dunze. I've watched 0 McMillan. I've watched 0 Penix. I've watched 0 that Braylon Trice edge rusher. They have a tackle I haven't watched.
I watched a little bit of a Dunze. I watched a tiny bit of Braylon Trice and a little bit of Jalen Polk. But is McMillan just
declare is he?
I wouldn't think he would. Which is why
how old is he?
He's a sophomore, but I think he might. But he's 21, so he might be a redshirt.
He's a 21-year-old son.
Yeah, he's 21, I think. Jeez. If I looked it up correctly. But McMillan, I think he has the real potential to be like a really solid deep threat in the league. So it could be a lot of fun there with his route running prowess and how fast he is. So, yeah, that's just – I don't know. I thought about bringing up another one.
I really thought you meant the Arizona kid.
No. But anyways, if you guys don't have anything else, that'll wrap it up for Prospect Spotlight for this week. We can move on to – what do you guys want to move on to?
Should we do the fun segment?
Yeah, let's do Logan's.
Let's do the designated fun segment.
Designated fun
Graham,
segment.
you want to take it?
Yeah, so I'll credit it to Logan. This is his idea. This is something we kind of wanted to save more for the off season, but we can do it again if it comes down to it. So we talk a lot about prospects, and this is the perfect time to continue on this. Myself and the guys have created 2 fake prospects, and we're going to share with you their backstory, maybe some stats, their schools, just a little bit about them to try to convince you that they should be on your team next year or whenever. So yeah, who wants to kick us off?
So yeah, basically fake prospects.
I'll kick it off. I got this.
All right.
So my guy, he's a linebacker.
Okay.
Originally from Texas. He now goes to Nebraska. He's white, very white. His name is Hunter Monroe, but he insists you call him Striker. Okay, Striker Monroe. He's projected at a day 3 pick. Okay, his senior season, the only stat that matters is he had 4 targeting ejections. He got ejected 4 times for targeting. Should have been 5, but they let him pass. 2-time All-American. He was a 5th-year redshirt senior, so he's old. He's his
5th-year redshirt.
So yeah, hard hitter. That's about all he does. I give him a pro comp of Alex Singleton mixed with Kareem Jackson. More the looks and speed of Alex Singleton and the mentality and hit prowess of Kareem Jackson.
The hate of Kareem Jackson.
Which that's the best part of Kareem Jackson.
Yeah. So yeah, he will helmet to helmet every play. He's just kind of launching himself like a torpedo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He does not have pro speed. He does not have pro speed. He runs like he doesn't run the 40 at the combine, but he's running like 4.8, 4.9, you know. He's not rangy. He's just there to just kind of hit the A gap and just hopefully it's like they're in 21 personnel and he's just trying to go through the fullback on a halfback dive. Yeah, he's going day 3 easily. But he'll provide some juice to a 5-12 team at the next level, you know.
That's what we're all looking for.
And he's so white. He's so white, you know.
I could tell by his name.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Is it like a crew cut?
Oh yeah, it's buzzed. It's buzzed. It's like it's one of the ones that's going like straight out. You know, it kind of has like that spike at the top. You know, like your classic like 2000s jock.
Yeah, sure.
Cut. And he wears like a leather jacket.
I knew you were going to say that.
Can I go next with my?
Yeah, you can.
Sure, yeah.
So this is quarterback. I made up the colleges for mine, just so you know. These aren't real colleges. Stanker Booty.
It's related to General?
No.
Okay,
no, he's not.
No relation.
Stanker Booty, quarterback out of West Tallahassee A&M. The mascot is the punching snakes. He is a 9th-year sophomore out of West Tallahassee A&M. He is not currently a starter, which may deceive you, but let me tell you why you should take him with the last pick in the draft. He has the motivating ability of Jameis Winston.
Okay.
This dude can give you a speech in crunch time in the locker room at halftime in the Super Bowl. You're gonna win.
He's just a coach on this team. He's just like
he's a motivator. He's ready for that emergency quarterback.
Okay. Has he ever played?
What?
Has he ever played?
That doesn't matter.
What are you talking about? Majoring in communications, of course. Again, a 9th-year sophomore. He decided to appeal and got 3 years of COVID eligibility. So yeah, he's a real leader. He's got that dog in him, according to his teammates. And like I said, he's basically on the team to give speeches at halftime, because he knows all the buzzwords that they say in the locker room, like brothers and fight and win. And
so is he like
undefeated.
Blank face until he hears one of those words, and then he's like, let's go.
He's blank face until coach comes up and is like, Stanker, I need a speech, son. Stanker, I need a good one for all those punching snakes out there. And it's like they're playing in like the West Alamo Cheez-It Bowl against Southeastern Alabama Tech.
How'd they get their rivals in a bowl game? Wow.
I don't know.
That's
I know.
Well, it's because Cheez-It had so much money to sponsor
West
bowl game.
Alamo Cheez-It Bowl. And they're down like, say, 9-2 at halftime.
Yeah.
And Stanker gives them the speech, and they win by 20.
It's
so.
like the Kirk
Are they
Cousins
all
speech.
safeties that they win by?
Yeah.
Too?
It's like Kirk Cousins,
Yeah.
Jameis Winston speech comp.
When you
so.
shoot, I score. When I shoot, I score.
He majors in public speaking. Not communications,
Wow.
yeah. Public speaking.
Stanker booty is quite.
Stanker booty.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
What a draft prospect.
I know.
That is a true...
Future Mr. Irrelevant.
Graham, what you
My
got?
turn. All right.
Yes.
So I just realized both of mine are quarterbacks, but we're good. Here we go.
Are they
Cool
rivals?
They're not. No, not even close.
Why?
Because one of them is like, there's no way. There's just no way.
Oh no.
Just no shot. But this is the one that has a shot.
Okay, cool.
Craig Bullitt. Changed his name from Craig Yolett because of autocorrect troubles, obviously. There's a lot of trouble with autocorrect when your last name is Yolett. He's an amazing QB prospect from Alabama. 6'5", 250. He's left-handed, so we get to watch that beautiful throwing pattern, you can say.
Are you left-handed? You're left-handed, aren't you?
Me? No.
Really?
No, he's not.
Right-handed.
You seem like a left-handed person. Is your
You
dad
do.
left-handed?
No.
Wow, you both seem like left-handed.
No, Doug or Graham's dad does not seem left-handed.
He does.
Well,
Guys, I just
on that
said
note-
his name, guys. I
Oh
just
my
referred
God.
to Graham's
I
dad's
already
name.
revealed
I'll
your
have to
dad
cut
in
it
one
out.
episode, too.
I'll have to cut it out. Oh
No.
My dad will never be known.
no.
Well, he might have been shouting out your dad. We'll never know.
Oh.
I just
you
alluded to
revealed
it. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, both of our dads' names are Doug. Dang it.
Matt, Doug, and Doug, the greatest father podcast.
Our
trio
biggest
of
three
all time.
fans.
Shout out to all the dads. We love all three of you. But Graham, keep going.
All right, so yeah, as I said, he's left-handed. Played wide receiver all of his life, and he was amazing, actually, until his grandpappy Gregorius Yolett told him to switch to QB for the money.
Did Gregorius also change his name? Or is that
No,
just...
he's Gregorius Yolett, so
Okay.
he doesn't. It's like a T9 little phone, like a little tiny little flip phone, so he doesn't have the same problems that
Okay.
Yeah,
Craig
sure.
does. So yeah, he's very aware in the pocket, which he really has to be because, like he said, he has not played quarterback for very long and he does not know the playbook.
Nice.
Despite his name, Craig cannot throw any routes deeper than 30 yards because Grandpappy won't let him. He says it's too flashy and too non-fundamental. So now that I've convinced you that he's a great player, let's go to stats.
Yeah, sure.
First season at QB, it was his senior year.
Oh. Okay.
6,500 yards passing and 53 touchdowns, as well as 745 rushing yards and a victory over West Appalachian State Tech in the Kentucky-Idaho Bowl. Some of his downsides, Grandpappy still gets to call the plays no matter where he goes. That's a big problem. Grandpappy's a very traditional man. And also his school, the New Mexico School of the Deaf and Partially Blind, is
I thought it was
not
Alabama.
No,
you
he's
said
from
Bama.
Alabama, but his school is the New
Oh,
Mexico School of the Deaf and Partially Blind. Is not recognized by the NFL as a prospect producing school.
Oh no.
His name is Ryan Rockbender. Okay.
Whoa.
He is a quote, as the scouts say, a generational fullback. Okay.
Ooh.
Yes.
What number does he wear? What number?
But 40, obviously.
Okay, yeah,
Obviously 40.
Yeah,
I was
it's
guessing.
obviously 40. And so he's in AIA actually.
Yeah.
Real school. He's a Montana Tech ore digger.
Whoa.
What's ore digger?
Like you
Like
dig
a
ore.
minor. Yeah, he's like a minor.
Oh, that's
But
the mascot.
That's the mascot. Yeah,
That's
the mascot's
crazy.
the ore diggers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the Montana. I should have put on my sweatpants for this. I have a pair of sweatpants with the Montana Tech on them. I don't know where they came from. They appeared in my closet one day.
Wow.
But so he had 3,500 rushing yards as a senior and 44 touchdowns. Dominated.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah. But he is not a halfback. And
Right.
if he is lined up at halfback in the NFL and if he has more than 50 rushes in a season, he will demand a trade. That's the
Okay.
problem about him.
That's fair.
Yeah. because he wants to play fullback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So he will be very angry if you do not put him in 21 personnel,
I would be
just
too.
blocking. But he's not that good of a blocker, Like he can sit, but it's also
Of
he's blocking
course.
NAIA like competition,
Yeah.
It's like me and Graham.
But he like looks like he ran like a 4.2. He's an elite athlete, but he will not play traditional running back. He will be a fullback at the next level.
How
Because
much does he
Ryan,
weigh?
what? Oh,
How
like
much does he weigh?
265.
I feel like
yeah.
I feel like he's the type of guy to just, even though he's in the end zone, he just keeps running out the back and like smacks
yeah.
the wall or like the cameraman.
Yeah. And before when you see him angry, he has his helmet off and he's like slamming it against his head. And like, there's no need for that. You're up by like 26.
And it wasn't even that big of a mistake. Like the quarterback got a pressure, but like he threw the ball out.
Yeah. But he throws his helmet at the ground and breaks it and just keeps it off for the rest of the game.
Damian Pierce vibes.
And they did win the 16th annual NAIA Strawberry Shortcake Bowl in Western Michigan.
Sure
so he did lead them to that victory. But
for anyone wondering,
next fullback dive.
We're gonna have a segment about coming up with bowl game names. We've decided for college bowl games. Logan, keep going.
That's it. I mean, there's not much more to say about Ryan Rockbender.
Hey, nice. That's nice.
He's also white.
Well, of course.
Okay. Yeah.
His name is Ryan. Ryan.
And he's a fullback. There's no like
Reggie Gillum.
Yeah, Reggie Gillum. Kari Blasingame.
Ooh.
Was that one dude, the Chiefs dude, super good?
Anthony Sherman?
Anthony Sherman.
That's not what I'm thinking
Michael
of,
Burton.
Possibly.
Michael Burton.
No, it starts with
Okoye? Christian
yeah,
Okoye?
Christian Okoye.
Is he a fullback?
I think so. He was a dog, man.
What was his Nigerian something?
Yeah, the
Nigerian Nightmare.
Nigerian Nightmare.
He wasn't a fullback.
I think
he was. He was not a fullback.
Was he?
Well, it doesn't matter.
He
got stood up by Steve Atwater in the gap. So Broncos own him.
Can I go on to my next one? My last one?
No, he was just a running back, yeah.
So this is a offensive line prospect from another made-up college, the Central Maine Mormon Tech Golden Crabs.
Okay.
So obviously a very strict school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he Mormon?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I said no line prospects. I'll leave the name for the end. Grew up in Alabama and as a child was only fed cornbread for his entire life.
Yeah.
Sometimes infused with pork drippings, as they call it.
Okay. So he's
drippings.
He's like a country folk?
It's like cornbread and sometimes it has pork grease on it for protein.
But how does
obviously.
he feel about the crab being his mascot? I don't know. I feel like that would be like conflicting with his pork.
It was for the scholarship. They offered him.
Okay,
so.
That makes sense.
D8, the D8.
Yeah.
Central Maine Mormon Tech Golden Crabs. He weighs 450 pounds.
Okay.
And we asked his teammates, and he is not viewed as a leader on the team.
Okay. I'm glad we cleared that up.
He is not viewed as a leader on the team, and he is not vocal in the locker room. Some have never heard him talk.
So he's not like a toxic presence in the locker room, though?
No, he is.
Okay.
He just does. He
it's
just
just all
super
over social
mean
media.
Things. Yeah.
Swirlies.
Oh my gosh, locker room.
And he's 450 pounds. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's fair. Run away. Actually, yeah, you might run away. He runs a 6. He runs a 8.540. So.
Hey, you would know a thing or two about running an 8.540, right?
I probably would. You're probably right about that. His name, Fudge. It's not a nickname, and he does not have a last name. It's just Fudge. So, in practice, they have him do sprints every day, and it's just like, here comes Fudge running. And that's kind of like how they end practice. If he can get under like a 20-second 40-yard dash, then they can end practice.
So he's there for a long time.
No, he gets it.
Oh.
Yeah. Runs like sorry, I lied earlier. He runs a 4.2.
No, he runs a 4.2.
But yeah, that's Fudge, the O-line prospect out of Central Maine Mormon Tech Golden Crabs. So.
Nice. That's a good one.
Thank you.
I'll be keeping up with the Golden Crabs. I hope they have
I won't be.
prospects.
Having a great season.
Fudge already entered the transfer portal, so.
Oh, he did. Dang it.
Yeah. He's going to West Tallahassee A&M to be with Stanker Booty.
Yeah.
I would run through a wall for Stanker Booty. Not gonna lie.
Would you run through Fudge for Sinker Booty though?
Ooh.
Could
No,
you
Can you
Fudge?
run through
couldn't.
Fudge?
I
Only
couldn't.
Ryan
Oh, that
Rockbender
cornbread?
can.
Yeah,
No,
only
we
Ryan
can't.
Rock.
Let's be honest.
Who wins in the gap?
It's an
Or
unstoppable force, immovable
he's-
object.
Fudge is pulling. Hunter Striker Monroe
Don't
is
make
coming
Fudge
down.
pull. Don't make Fudge pull as a
Is
guard.
Striker Monroe. He's just gonna absolutely target him. Fudge is gonna have CTE if he doesn't already.
Fudge reports as eligible. He's a split out wide receiver for half the game, but they didn't play center for the other half. Pulling center.
The classic.
All right, Graham, take us home.
All right.
Bring it around the home stretch.
So my last prospect, this one's going to be a bit shorter. So this is actually a celebrity. All right. That I made up.
Wow.
This is Tom Brady's newest project. This man, we all know him. We love him. Best quarterback of all time. It's actually his new project is his niece, Sarah Brady. So she's 6'7", 280 pounds. She's truly a beast in the red zone. Now, during her time at West Carolina, she redshirted her freshman season.
Wow.
So we as her agents are hopeful this will change in her senior season.
We?
We're
her Arch Manning, like
yeah.
going back
They're
and
similar
forth,
prospects.
Yeah.
But she is the QB8 for them. So yeah, that's
what's
not
the
great.
mascot? West Carolina what?
West Carolina.
I'm feeling Hill Stompers.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just came to me. 2 words.
Hill Stompers, yeah.
Hill Stompers. Like Hilltoppers, but the opposite.
Yeah, either way, she's not wearing the jersey too much, so it doesn't matter for her.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Now don't count her out. Okay. Don't count her out.
All right.
Because on her preseason drive against Quebec Tech, she was 1 for 5 passing and 2 for 10 rushing. So 1 out of 5 completions for 7 yards. And
Quebec Tech.
2 rushes for 10 yards. What a stud.
Man.
Really a real stud.
Wait, is it West Carolina?
Yep, yeah. West Carolina.
Were they the ones that made the Moralo Eval Bowl last year?
Oh yeah, they made the Moralo Eval Bowl.
Yeah, the Moralo Eval Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut. Wow. I think everyone that listens to this will get that reference.
Yeah. They better, or they're not real fans.
We can't say that. We just have to educate them at some point. And
yes,
Moralo Eval. Man, that was all right. Is that it for this segment?
I think it's gotta be.
It
guys,
for Sarah Brady.
We're at 53 minutes. We gotta run through this. We spent all the time on the fake football and not enough on the real football.
Minutes.
So let's
quick starts and
fly
through
starts.
Cut the whole part about the prospects, the actual prospects.
Oh, that's fair.
Starts and sits. Let's fly through. I'll start. I've got Bijan versus Carolina. Bijan Robinson for the.
I was actually sitting Bijan this week.
Yeah, I was going to sit him too.
Yeah, I was actually sitting him.
The guy with the super strong playoff schedule who's like RB 7, I think.
Yeah,
he's actually the RB12. He's the RB12.
Oh yeah,
he's awful.
So
man. I cannot believe he drafted him RB.
He is a great player.
I think
he's gonna explode this week. But if you guys don't want to hear about him, then I'll move on.
True.
Cortland Sutton versus the Detroit Lions.
He's cooking.
I checked. He has like 10 touchdowns in 13 games, which is unbelievable. And he's also been remarkably consistent. And that Detroit defense is giving up a lot of points to a lot of not great offenses. Not saying that Denver doesn't have a good offense, but just saying that they should be able to take advantage. They should be able to take advantage of the opportunity and give their actual wide receiver one, who is not Jerry Jeudy, it's Cortland Sutton, more red zone targets.
I'm pretty sure Adam Troutman has more targets than Jerry Jeudy this year.
As he should.
Not actually, but he should.
Yeah. But, yes, Cortland Sutton, big start this week, great matchup. And then we've got Breece Hall, who had some rocky weeks before, but Zach Wilson came back and he had a solid game. So I think the quarterback change helped him out a bit and maybe follow that trend. It's not a great matchup versus Miami, but I would follow the trend if you can start Breece Hall this week. So who else?
Me. You got a little too much analysis here, okay?
Oh.
Too much analyzing.
All right, go.
First off, exemption list, Jalen Warren. Too inconsistent.
Fair.
I hate him.
Cool. You hate him?
Yes. Despise him as a person.
All right, cool.
But my start, Zay Flowers versus the Jags.
Yep.
Jags defense just got cooked.
I also have Zay
Packer
Flowers.
receiver of choice. whoever you like the most against the Bucks.
Dontavion Wicks.
Yep.
The Bucks defense, passing defense is awful. Maybe
Good
worse
run
than the
defense
league.
though. Fun run defense.
Okay, who cares? We're talking about
I care.
passing.
Vita Vea. We love Vita Vea.
Oh, we do.
And then Dallas go.
Oh no!
Dallas Goedert.
You can't be stumbling over your words here.
Dallas G from the Eagles against the Seahawks.
Dallas
Seahawks
G.
defense is not that good.
True.
And I think he's due. I think the Eagles are going to bounce back this week.
Did you mean Dallas Goedert or Dallas Goedert?
Go-Gurt.
Graham, what are your starts this week?
It's let's see. You guys took two of mine, so I had Zay Flowers as well, Cortland Sutton as well. And then I've got a guy who was my MVP, and he's playing Chicago this week. David Njoku should have a good game.
Oh,
so
okay.
Since mine were short, I'm just gonna jump right into sits here.
Okay.
All right,
Got
you're not allowed
Aaron
to do
Jones versus Tampa.
Aaron Jones?
Guy who's been real.
Is he going to be healthy?
Yeah, he should be. And
I think he might be dead.
I don't like the matchup or the player.
Yeah, the matchup
Gonna be
is
honest.
awful. And
Oh, he's
Aaron
a sit.
Jones
I was
is gonna
thinking
do
start.
terrible.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
sit correct.
Yeah, no.
I was like, no
Okay.
way.
So,
Might not be alive. I would be sitting him.
MIA.
Yet ESPN projected him at 12.4.
Crazy.
Then I've got Jalen Waddle versus the Jets. Can't sit Tua, but
Tough matchup.
Can't sit
Hill.
Tyreek.
But you can start. Yeah, you can definitely sit Waddle in the playoffs.
But yeah, I would definitely sit him. And then lastly, I've got Calvin Ridley versus Baltimore. Very tough matchup.
Wasn't planning on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't start him. He's been pretty inconsistent, especially these past 2 weeks. He's had lower scoring games, so just don't start him.
I'll go ahead and go into my sits because you just said one. I've got Calvin Ridley versus Baltimore as well. Same reasons, tough matchup. I've got Logan. I learned my lesson from you. Gabe Davis is a sit this week. I put him as a start for funsies.
He's on my
last week,
list.
just for funsies, and he dropped 0 points.
0,
So I'm only putting him as a sit.
Yeah, 2 targets. 3
burned
maybe.
me.
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Hey, he was wide open for a touchdown though.
Who cares? He totally burned me last week.
Gabe Davis on what if touchdowns is one of the best players in the league.
True. But I wanted to put him as a start last week just for funsies, maybe go off 0 points. I'm done with him. He's a sit this week versus Dallas. Tough matchup, and he's being mean in fantasy this year. I'm sure he's a nice guy in real life, but
No.
You don't think so?
Nah, I think he's a bad person.
And then this is an easy take. Chris Godwin versus Green Bay. Tough matchup, not having a great year through the air. Sit Chris Godwin this week. If you had an inkling of playing him, don't. So there you go. Those are my sits. Logan.
I got Brandon Cooks versus the Bills.
Oof.
Watch out for Kyrie.
Don't doubt him.
I was gonna start Brandon Cooks.
I think it's just too risky.
I
honestly.
would start Brandon Cooks. He's freaking amazing.
If you're thinking about it, I think it's too risky. I have James Conner versus the 49ers.
Yeah.
Me no likey.
Yeah, that's just a rough situation.
Tough
and then I have Isaiah Pacheco or whoever the Chiefs starting running back is versus the Patriots. That's a game they might not win.
They'll lose.
We might talk about here.
Guys.
We might talk about here in a second.
No. We can run through those are starts and sits. We can run through waivers if you want to.
My waivers are electric, actually.
Mine are too. Logan, you want to start us off?
If you're looking at the waivers, I got it.
I got it. Good.
If you're looking at the waivers by this point, you have a problem, But I have Flacco if you need a quarterback, and then also I have Lucas Kroll.
What?
You're talking for
tight end,
32
tight end for the Broncos.
32 man.
I'm talking as if you are, 2-12. You want to have some fun,
That's not fun.
So just don't pick him up.
He had a catch for 35 yards, and he's an athlete,
Kroll? His last name is Kroll?
I would expect him to be an athlete.
I would say without a healthy Greg Dulcich, he's the most athletic man in the Broncos tight end room.
Where's Greg Dulcich been, man?
Hamstring.
Still hurt.
So
that's crazy.
He went on IR, got off of it for like a quarter, and then he messed it up and went back on.
That sucks, dude.
Sounds like J. Jettis.
Yeah, we have Chris Manhurts. We don't need him anymore.
My waivers, just because I want to make Graham go last, I think it's funny. Chase Brown had a really good game this week. Could take carries, I don't know. Good receiving back. Isaiah Likely, filling in for Mark Andrews, had a really good week. Had a touchdown, like 60 yards, I think.
Don't even bother calling on me.
And then I've got Jake Browning. He's been playing well. If you want to spot start quarterback, throw him in there. Graham, how you come up with some?
All right,
spot.
I'll come up with some.
You got this.
Give me.
Oof.
Let's see who scored a lot of points. Desmond Ritter.
Ruh-roh.
Let's pick up Desmond
Desmond
Ritter.
Ritter.
And let's start him
Whoa.
every game.
Hold on.
Every
Pump
game
the
for the rest
brakes.
of the year.
You told him to choose someone.
Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah,
come on.
that's
He's
fair.
actually
That's
got
fair.
amazing, an amazing rest of the
Mhm,
season.
The Falcons have a good playoff
The
schedule for
insane
fantasy.
playoff schedule.
Bijan
Carolina,
does.
Indianapolis, Chicago.
Indianapolis.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Y'all are
Yeah.
Kenny Moore's gonna shred.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
does that mean Indianapolis? We play the Steelers and then the Falcons.
LL.
Oof.
You should win both those games.
W. Come on.
Okay. Do we just have upset and then we're done?
Well, Graham has to come up with another. No, I'm kidding.
One whole other
Um,
one.
He's kidding.
I'm
He's
kidding.
Give me Bailey
Unless you want
Zappi.
to. All right, Bailey Zappi. Fun one. We can throw. We have upset Keaton Mitchell update, and did
Oh, I
anyone
forgot
do
about that.
injury?
I think
injury
we'll just
report
skip
this
it.
week? Yeah, I think we all forgot to do it. It
Nobody
was a
got hurt
rushed week
this
this week.
Yeah.
not true.
There were 0 injuries. This
Zero
weekend.
injuries.
Check your fantasy football lineups for injuries. We dropped the ball on that. So, upset. I'll throw mine out. I've got honorable mention. Bills losing to the Cowboys, but that's too easy, so I wanted to shake it up.
Yeah.
Let's go Broncos over Lions. Lions are favored by 4. The
That was
defense has
be.
looked bad for Detroit.
Shouldn't be.
Broncos are still in that surge. I think they've won 6 of 7.
Yeah.
The Broncos look great. The Lions defense does not. As much as I love the Lions, they're going to make the playoffs. I would pick the Broncos this week.
I don't know why the Broncos were not favored last week. That is one of the most disrespectful things to ever
That's
happen.
insane. How do you favor the Chargers by 3?
Yeah,
Ugh.
seriously.
Anyways,
Well, mine's obvious. I think it's free. Obviously, they're underdogs by 10 points. They're 10-point
oh my
underdogs.
gosh.
The Patriots are beating the Chiefs this week.
Yeah.
I think Bailey Zappi might have 500 yards.
Yeah.
If Bailey Zappi beats the passing yard,
Record?
yeah, it'd be the least surprising thing to ever happen to me.
I think you're right, actually.
I know I am.
Fantasy point prediction for Bailey Zappi. Hit us.
47.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That's,
Only?
that's fair.
Yeah, and Mahomes will have -6.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's absolutely
Three
Actually, he'll have
fumbles.
0 because he sits out in protest of the right call.
Kadarius Toney call.
Yeah. Graham, what you got?
Well, I had Joe's upset. So now I'm looking.
Embarrassing.
And I'm going
Pick the Cowboys.
No, I'm not going to pick the Cowboys. That's too easy. Give me the Texans over the Titans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even if Davis Mills starts.
I want to.
For
Davis Mills.
concussion.
I don't think he
Concussion
will,
Stroud.
and I think they still win that game.
Davis Mills is a top 10 backup in the league.
True, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a statement.
He was a top 30 starter when he was starting.
Yeah.
So
I agree. He wasn't
Desmond
that
Ritter
bad.
era.
yeah.
Anything else, guys?
No, nothing else.
Alrighty, Keaton Mitchell update. Here we go. Solid week. He had 9 for 54 on the ground, and then 1 catch for 8 yards. He's been
Solid.
playing well. Solid game.
Yeah, he's
And
he's
we're
good.
proud of you, Keaton. Yeah, KM34. Keep it going. But I think that's all we got for this week, guys. Bit of a wild episode, but thank you for listening. You guys are our committee. Go follow us on TikTok, Instagram, wherever else. Share it with friends. Podcast by Committee FB is usually what we're under. Orange logo. But
It's
you know the
yellow.
drill.
It's yellow.
No, it's orange. Come
It's
on,
yellow.
it's orange.
It's orange.
Graham, it's
What?
yellow, right?
It's orange.
What?
It's orange.
No, it's
Actually
yellow.
orange.
What?
Hold on, let me look. Let me look
No.
at this thing.
Yeah, I
you're
gotta
kidding.
look again now. I'm kind of worried.
It's
that I'm-
yellow.
Guys, no,
yellow.
it's not. No, it's not.
That's so yellow.
no, that's
Okay, you know
absolutely
what?
orange.
Committee,
That's like
Committee-
school bus yellow.
if
Okay,
you're
that's
listening,
a bad. That is.
if you're listening on Spotify, there's a
Oh,
Q&A
wait.
option.
Actually, I have
Type if our
orange light
logo
on.
is orange or yellow.
Yeah.
Committee.
I
We
have
need
night
Graham
light.
has an orange filter on.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
orange.
that's yellow.
Yeah,
What?
it's like school bus yellow.
I
Look
don't
at
know,
that.
man. If a school bus is yellow, this is yellow.
That's orange,
Yeah,
man. Come
that
on.
is. It's all.
It's
That's
very
orange.
close though, Joe. I'll give it to you. That is
I don't think
very,
it
very
is.
close.
I think it's just yellow.
But with my nightlight on, it turns everything orange. So,
Guys,
Yeah.
we have anything else?
No.
All
well,
right.
just
I think
keep
this-
looking out for
Injuries.
Ryan.
First off.
Ryan Rockbender.
Ryan Rockbender.
Rockbender,
Looking out
yep.
for Fudge.
Fudge.
Maybe Craig Bullitt if you got the chance. But
Yep.
Craig
You
Bullitt's
guys.
nowhere to be found. He's a fraud. Can't perform in the playoffs.
Well,
Craig
luckily he
Yolitz.
couldn't hear that insult. So
You guys are a committee. Thank you for watching. We hope you have a great week, and we'll see you.